Welcome back to Alice Talks Football and welcome back to a live Manchester United news show. Lots to discuss and actually quite a lot of interesting information going on in regards to Manchester United. We've got Mathys Tel, we've obviously got Aiden Heaven, we've got Dorgu, Leon, but then we've got even more youngsters coming in, like 17-year-old Quenda, and to put in like how young he is, he's younger than Wanyeri. You've got Quenda we're going to talk about in today's show. Reports in Portugal saying a deal is done. David Ornstein confirming a deal is at least being worked on, and that is the priority. And to sign two wing-backs should be number one and number two priorities. And then we need to get an experienced striker. I'm happy for youth at wing-back, but striker, it needs to be experienced. We're going to talk about that. We've also been linked to Mathys Tel. We're going to talk about the latest on that and this exciting project that's potentially going on inside Manchester United. I am weirdly excited about the Ruben Amorim project, and I think we should be excited, but I can understand why people aren't, because we haven't been great lately. The Glazers, Ineos haven't really impressed, but I have a feeling that United are slowly going in the right direction. I'm starting to see progress under Amorim, which every time I start to see progress, we go back on that. But I was just thinking of sort of United and where we're at and everything. And we've got potentially a really interesting young squad coming in terms of the talent. This is what I tweeted earlier. You know, obviously the stand timers are for the ones that might not come in. But we could have Quenda, Obimark, Conky, Leon, Heaven, Coney, Tel, Yoro, Alejandro Garnacho, and Collier aged 21 or under. Ahmad's 22, Hoyland's 21. We've got I think Xerxes 22, 23, same with Agate. Like, there's something there, there's something excited to be about at Manchester United. But before we discuss that in more detail, let's get into the stories. Let's get into the news. So if you do enjoy today's video, please do go ahead and hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe down below if you're new. If there's any breaking news that comes out, there will be another video tonight. But David Ornstein confirmed that Manchester United are exploring a summer deal for Geovany Quenda of Sporting Lisbon. No formal offer yet, but United looking into move for youth international who turns 18 in April and is expected to cost €40 million, which is £32 million, work on next window to step up after market shuts. Essentially, this could be really big. This could be really positive, because this could be something that I've always wanted Man United to do, where sign someone before the summer. If there's someone you know is perfect in summer, don't wait until July, August to get them in. Do what Chelsea do, and sometimes that signing just can come as soon as the end of the season. You know, Chelsea got even when Chelsea signed Timo Werner all them years ago, who we thought would have been a good signing for Chelsea at the time, but he was ready to join Chelsea in May. Chelsea have signed Nkunku, Timo Werner, players from Leipzig incredibly early. And then, right before the summer transfer window opens, they've got that first signing done. And I've always wanted Manchester United to do that and get those first signings done and get those first signings completed. But to give more information on this is what came out of Portugal. According to a Portuguese source, the Red Devils have already grabbed Geovany Quenda, not in the winter transfer window, but for the summer transfer window. Sporting prepared to depart for a fee of about €60 million, which is £50 million. Ornstein saying £32 million. Portugal saying £50 million. I reckon it could be 30 million, add-ons taking it to 40. And there are some sources from Portugal saying that he will join United for around 50 million and that the transfer is certain. Some sources in Portugal believe that this transfer is essentially done. It's essentially certain, and that he will join Manchester United. So could this be the second done deal of Amorim? And could this be one left wing back tick, one right wing back tick? And could this be the perfect mix of fullbacks? Because when you look at what Man United need a fullback, we need attacking players. The top 7 league under 22 fullbacks with the most successful actions are Dorgu and Quenda. That is your attacking flanks sorted. Youth. One's played under Amorim. One is the biggest fit for Ruben Amorim's system ever in Quenda. Dorgu is also a very good fit for Ruben Amorim's system. So Man United, what do we need? Attacking fullbacks. What does Amorim's system need? Progressive attacking fullbacks. What are we doing under Amorim? Defending well, setting up out of possession well, but what are we not doing under Amorim? Creating chances, progressing the ball. Bringing in 2 fullbacks is so key for Amorim ball and so key for Amorim's system. I don't think people realise that they are the 2 most important signings. Of course, we need a striker. Of course, we need a number 10. Of course, we need another midfielder. Of course, we need another centre-back. But the 2 most important signings for Ruben Amorim's system will be fullback. We'll be getting in those attacking fullbacks. They are absolutely key. So for Manchester United to do that, I think that is super, super exciting. Obviously, the deal isn't done, but those in Portugal saying the deal is as good as done. It will happen in the summer. And I just think that's really, really exciting personally. Now, I want to get into a few more news stories. I want to get into a few more bits of information, but I wanted to cover that story and just talk a lot about United in a bit more detail, because what do United need to build? And what are we building? Because this is what I said earlier. And we can add Tel to this. So let me just change to this screen. Bear with me a second, guys. Bear with. Okay, here we go. Share. So this is what I want to show you guys. And this is how I spoke about rebuilding Manchester United. I said, to be honest, Quenda's one I could see us going for. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we got a deal in there. But as you can see here, right wing back Quenda, left wing back Dorgu, left 10 needs to be someone that is a ball carrier. Now, in my opinion, I want experience in attack. Tel could be great, but I think Tel and Cunha, or Tel and Morgan Rogers, someone that's a ball carrier, plus Tel could become a striker. We need a clinical, ready-made goal scorer. I don't want Sesko. Because Sesko has so many similarities to Højlund, by the way. He can score goals when he gets the ball, but his passing, his hold-up is not great. I want a ready-made striker that's ready now. I want someone that's good in possession in midfield, like a Stiller, Subamende type player, and we need a centre-back that's solid in the wide defensive channel. Euro's best role as central centre-back, the League's best role as central centre-back, and Maguire's best role as central centre-back. We need a wide channel defender at centre-back, probably right centre-back with the youth we've got at left centre-back. We need centre-mid that's good in possession, we need a clinical goal scorer, we need a ball carrier at left 10. But if we get Quenda and Dorgu, that is probably the two most key positions to Amarin Ball absolutely ticked off. The two most key positions, because that is attacking fullbacks. That also means you've got Delo and Quenda and Ahmad for the right wing spot. Dorgu can also do right wing spot, but you've also got Dorgu and Quenda that can be the left wing back spot. Worst case scenario, you've got Delo that could go left wing back. I still think it'd be interesting to try Garnacho at left wing back. Ball carrier number 10, I think Cunha is one to watch. Depends what happens in January. Clinical goal scorer, Gyökeres, 58 million release cost, one to watch. Centre mid that's good in possession. For me, this is a really good sign in the right direction, and hopefully we can act upon this. Rogers, excellent shout, but yeah, I mean, depends on the fee. I think Villa would try and rip our socks off. Can you believe Brighton are rejecting like 80 plus million for Matoma, who's 27 and injury prone? Why couldn't Saudi give us 80 million for Anthony last week? Why couldn't they do that? It could be another expensive summer. I'm surprised no one's really looking at Cherky. I think there's questions over his work rate and intensity, which Ruben Amorim might not like. Someone said United are not getting Tel. Well, Daniel Levy's flown to Bayern Munich to try and get the deal done, but there's a belief that United will get Tel and that he's waiting for Manchester United. But Daniel Levy is really pushing, so there's a possibility that Tottenham beat us to the deal for Mathys Tel, because Daniel Levy is desperate to do that. One sec, guys. I just need to reply to this. Sorry. I've got another video to do later, so I was just replying to someone about it. For the spine, you need experience for the youth and Flores, 100%. I'm happy to go with youth at fullback. I'm very happy to go with youth at fullback, but striker, it needs to be experienced. Delap is one we've been linked to, but I would prefer someone experienced, but I do like Delap. But look, Mathys Tel could be the left 10, but we definitely need at least one attacker to come in with experience. But Quenda, Obi, Mark, Gikonki, Leon, Heaven, Coney, Tel, Euro, Maino, Garnacho, Dorgu, Collier. Can add Ahmad and Højlund to the list. Agate, Xerxes is still quite young. You could look in the academy at, Thwaites, Ibrahimov, Mantato, Lacey, Fitzgerald, Harry Amas, Ethan Wheatley, like Morehouse. I know he's a bit older, but he's been doing quite well lately in his return from injury. Scanlon's another player that's done quite well recently at youth level. Armour does quite well as well. There's so much talent at Manchester United at the moment, and I think it's a really exciting time, and I've been tweeting loads about it. I've been but I was literally just saying here, good to see United working on deals early. 2 wing backs always been the priority for me, because wing backs are key to Amarin's system. For Amarin's system to succeed, we need the wing backs. Profile-wise, Quenda and Dorgu for me just perfect. But you've got Diego Leon, you've got Lenny Yori, you've got Heaven, you've got Conky. There's definitely potential in this defence, and it's going to be so interesting to see how they develop under Ruben Amorim. And Ben Mattinson, who is an Arsenal fan, but he's probably one of the best accounts on this page. And I was actually tweeting that Arsenal have the most unbearable fan base online, but they have some really good accounts like Ben Mattinson as well. He's really good in terms of his knowledge, especially of the South American market, so go give him a follow. But he even said this. He said, most obvious deal, and personally the only player from Sporting I think Man United should sign is Quenda. And Quenda right wing back, Dorgu left wing back, he said, is the exact wing back duo I'd get for them. Prospects of huge physical potential, top mental profiles, suit the system perfectly, final third ability, increased physical. These are players that suit the system, that bring the physicalness that we need, that we lack, that have a bit of the technical ability, and are young and have got the mentality and room to explode. I think if we can get this done, it would be really exciting as well. Ornstein says we're not done in the market. Yeah, Ornstein said that we're not done in the market. There is more to come. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Like, I don't know about Mathys Tel, but I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Mathys Tel, and we can make our conclusions together on that. But I wanted to start with this story. Obviously, reports coming out in Portugal saying the transfer is certain. Like, David Ornstein hasn't said that the deal is done. But it was Portuguese sources that linked us to him this morning before David Ornstein did. And those same sources saying a deal is certain. Although David Ornstein's saying it'll be about 30 to 35 million. They're saying it's going to be 45 to 50 million. But those in Portugal are saying a deal is done, a deal is certain. So could we be getting Quenda in the summer? Have to wait and see. There is talk of Tyrell Malacia being on the way out as well. Tyrell Malacia can leave Manchester United on loan in the final days as Patrick Dorgu will join the club. He's an option on Benfica's list as Record reported. More clubs are also keen. I said clean. Benfica making moves for Tyrell Malacia on loan has been recorded from Record Portugal. Amorim said on Tyrell Malacia, a player like him as a fullback, he played with the national team outside and inside, but sometimes in the system, sometimes it's hard for him because he's not so offensive. He can play as one of the three defenders. If we have more possession and more control of games, it's really difficult context for him, but he's our player and we are going to help him. So Ruben Amorim was talking about Malacia positively because he was a good signing under 10R, but it doesn't fit the system. We've had Aidan Heaven passing his Manchester United medical, but we've also had, in regards to Manchester United news coming out, that, United aren't done in the window. Manchester United are prioritising business in the winter market ahead of Monday's transfer deadline. United is still busy. United is still hoping to get deals done. We're not done in the window yet. Nothing is over. And we're obviously going to discuss Mathys Tel and more stories soon. That also is links about Edison to Manchester United as well in midfield. Someone that we're going to look at in the summer market. There's quite a lot to get through in today's show, but I feel, look, maybe I'm stupid because we might do nothing and we might lose our next 3 games and all of that, but I do feel that we can get Quenda in and we can get a left 10 in. It could be quite positive. I just, I like the idea of Quenda. I like the idea of Dorgu. I like the idea of Tel. Get me an experienced striker in the summer. Get me a midfield with a bit of experience. Get me a wide channel defender. And I am very, very happy with that, all things considered. Look, it's not going to be overnight success or anything like that, but it's a step in the right direction as well. We need players with pace up front. None of our attackers are rapid. I mean, Garnacho and Ahmed are quick, but other than Rashford, we don't have someone that's like, wow, you're rapid. So I know what you mean as well. There's so much youth talent, but numbers-wise, probably not even a fraction of those will make it. Only so many spots, and we're a buying club, and that is true. That is very true. Quenda seems promising, but 50 million, a big portion of the budget for a young player who needs time. I agree. I wouldn't spend more than 40 million on him. I would like a deal at 30 million that can raise to 40 million in add-ons. Ornstein is suggesting it's more around the 30 million mark. But I agree. Why can't we have Malacia on the bench? We need a strong bench because he's like Dallow's better than him at left wing back. Let's be honest. And Dillo always stays fit. Rashford can play right wing back. Dorgu. We'll have Dorgu as the left wing back. Dillo as the right wing back. If something happens to Dorgu, it'll be Maj right wing back. Dillo left wing back. Luke Shaw's also back and will probably stay fit now. We signed a left back and be good because that's what happens with Luke Shaw. I think we need to let Malacia go on loan for his own sake. He doesn't fit the system. He's had 18 months out injured. Like for his own sake, Malacia needs to go out on loan because he needs to get the minutes, playing a system that suits him, and then it'll make it easier for us to sell him in the summer. I don't know if Shaw will be sold in the summer, but Malacia will definitely go in the summer. I think they will try and sell Shaw in the summer. Who knows if that would go through? But obviously there's talk about Garnacho, Chelsea not giving up on Garnacho. There's a couple other stories as well. What about Naipan? He's now waiting till the summer for a move. Not going to go to Arsenal. Is he waiting for United? Who knows? But yeah, Ahmad starting right wing back, my guess. Well, Ahmad will be right 10. I think Ahmad right 10 and Quenda right wing back is something I quite like to see as well. Even Rasmus is actually rapid, we just do not see it anymore. Yeah, if we actually played the ball down the channels and Rasmus was chasing it, he's pretty rapid as well. But Rasmus is a player that I think can be a good player, but we just don't play to any of his strengths. And his weaknesses are very weak at the moment, and it's causing us problems. But you saw in the Galatasaray game how quick Rasmus Højlund was. He was rapid. So Amran spoke out about Garnacho. I take it that Amran doesn't want Garnacho to go. That's sort of the hint I take. I'm guessing Amran doesn't want Garnacho to go. He doesn't want Garnacho to leave. Let's talk Garnacho then. Ruben Amorim said this. He changed right away since I dropped him for Manchester City. He changed because he understands that I just want to help him win games. I don't know if that's a dig at Marcus Rashford like some people are saying, but I think that's him saying, I dropped Garnacho for the City game, and since then he's responded really well. He's worked really hard, and then his last 3 games you can see that he's performed really, really well. And when he came off the bench in the last game, he was really, really good. I think Ruben Amorim is maybe willing to sell Garnacho in the summer because of FFP and money, but I think Ruben Amorim wants Garnacho from now until the summer because we've lost Anthony. Rashford isn't available. We're very, very thin in attack. That's the way I see it in regards to Garnacho. Now, for Mathys Tel to come in, one of Rashford or Garnacho has to go. Barcelona have told Rashford to hang on. Barcelona are right now still asking Marcus Rashford to wait while they're working to find a solution to unblock the case. They keep trying until there's no possibility. I think Garnacho will stay, but there's still a possibility. The deadline's Monday, not today. It's so easy to think the deadline's today because today's the last of January, it's the 31st, but the deadline is actually the 3rd of February on Monday. So there's still time for something to happen with Garnacho or Garnacho, Napoli and Chelsea before the deadline, but I don't think it's going to happen. United are now asking for 80 to 85 million because of how late those clubs have left it. But I just don't think Amorim wants to. I've always been against selling Garnacho, can't turn on promising talents in a rough patch. I agree. I've always said I want to give Garnacho to the summer. In the summer, if a big offer comes in, there's a good replacement there, and Ruben Amorim's okay with it, I might feel different. But I've always wanted to give Garnacho to the summer. I think it's too early to write him off. I think there's definitely a talent there. There's questions if he can be a 10, but I think, don't use 2 months to judge a player. Wait till the end of the season, wait till what options are available, and then you can plan the rebuilding a lot better as well. Do you think Højlund will become good? I think if the system's complete and we start putting balls into Højlund, but he can run onto them, he can definitely level up. I definitely think there's potential in Højlund, but, United are open to selling Højlund. United have prioritised the striker, so I don't know if Ruben Amorim rates Højlund. It's been reported he doesn't rate Højlund. I still think he can have a good career, Højlund, and not many strikers are very good at age 21, 22. But, yeah, he's struggling, Højlund, as well. Paul Greaves says we will sign players, but every year we get these stories and only a couple of deals eventually get done. Let's wait and see until United's PR team. Yeah, to be honest, United's PR team always put out reports that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We get to the end of the window and we don't do it. But, I don't know if we're going to get Mathys Tel. He could be going to Tottenham. As someone said here, exclusive, Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy's arrived in Munich today in order to try and accelerate talks on Mathys Tel. Tel agreement reached with Bayern. Mathys Tel, he's waiting for United, but Tottenham are really pushing. Like Lenny Yoro waited for Real Madrid, but we really pushed and we got Lenny Yoro. Tottenham are really, really pushing for that. Reports in Portugal saying we will get Quenda. That's essentially done. Who knows? But let's dive into the Tel stories and news. Manchester United are keen on signing Mathys Tel if Rashford leaves before the deadline, says Jamie Jackson. Tel and Bayern are open to do loan with option to buy as well, which means we can do that deal. It was said by Jamie Jackson that Rashford has rejected offers from several other clubs, including Spurs, because of his determination to join Barcelona. Barcelona will have to generate funds to be able to spend money required to sign Rashford from Man United. So either, Tottenham and either Tel gets tired of waiting and Tottenham convince him to join, or we wait until Marcus Rashford goes to Barcelona, which depends maybe on Christensen to Saudi. Apparently Aston Villa are now making moves to Marcus Rashford as well, considering Leon Bailey hasn't been great. But apparently, it's one of those where we just got to wait until the Marcus Rashford situation advances. And then I think we'll go for Tel. Do you think Rashford will leave? I'm confident Rashford will go. A lot of people are doubting that Rashford will go. I just think if he's rejected Tottenham and he told AC Milan he wanted, but what the problem with Rashford is, AC Milan would have made the move for him, Dortmund would have made the move for him, Tottenham would have made the move for him, and Arsenal would have made the move for him. But he said no to all of them because he's waiting for Barca. Now, I think with Barca's confirmed to Rashford they can't get him, he's got all of those other clubs he can go to. Even Aston Villa want him. So, and if Tomori goes to Tottenham, that opens up an English spot for Rashford to go to Milan. So maybe he should have gone to Milan. Maybe he should have gone to Dortmund. Maybe he should have gone to Spurs. Maybe he's silly waiting for Barcelona because that's his dream move. But I think Rashford will go because he's rejected 4 or 5 clubs himself because he's desperate for Barcelona. It said that Matteo Moretta is saying that Marcus Rashford's signing has reached a standstill and Barcelona are close to pulling out bidding. But I don't know if that's a game from Barcelona to try and get United to make the deal easier. I don't know. But I think Rashford will go, and I think maybe we get Tel, but if we don't get Tel, I wouldn't be shocked if we went for Nkunku or João Felix on loan. Someone said Barca's too big of a club for him. I mean, Man United and Barca are just as big as clubs. Real Madrid's the biggest club, and then Man United and Barca are a second. We might not be the best club, but if we're talking pure size, there's not much difference between Barcelona and Man United if we're talking pure size of clubs as well. But Levy is in Germany trying to work on the Tel deal. I saw this, by the way, from Sky Sports. Not many people have been talking about this, but this kind of annoyed me. I don't know what your thoughts are, but when I saw this, I thought, what? Like this annoyed me. Tel should have done his Man United medical yesterday with Aiden Heaven. I'm sorry, not Tel, sorry. Dorgu. Dorgu should have been in Manchester with Aiden Heaven yesterday doing his medical. But then we delayed the medical because Patrick Dorgu's going to play again for Lecce. We delayed Patrick Dorgu's medical so we can play another game for Lecce. Anyone else think that's a bit of a joke? I'm like, what if he gets injured? What happens if he gets injured? He probably won't, but just our luck with left backs. As soon as he signs for United, a left back gets injured. We are cursed with left backs. Why are we not saying, sorry, Dorgu should have been in Manchester yesterday to do his medical so he could be on the bench for Palace on Sunday? Why are we now saying, yep, Dorgu can play on Friday night and he can do his medical at Man United on Monday? Why? Why are we letting him play another game when we've agreed a deal? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's weird and it's annoying, especially because how badly we need a left wing back. Why do we want to wait another game without a left wing back when we've got Crystal Palace that are good defensively? Crystal Palace is screaming 0-0. Crystal Palace is screaming, we can't break down the low block. We're screaming out for a left wing back. It is that 0-0 kind of game. So that really annoys me that we're letting him stay at Lecce to just play another game. To just play. Maybe that's why we got him for a little bit cheaper. I don't know. But I just... I don't get as Alex said, no idea with the dividend. I don't get it. I don't get what we're doing. I don't get what that achieves. Does that mean we get him for a couple $100K cheaper? And is that Ratcliffe's cost cutting as well? When will the transfer window close? Wednesday at 11 p.m. It's not Wednesday, sorry, Monday at 11 p.m. So we've got 24, 48, 72, plus 5, 72, 77, 78, 70. We've got about 80 hours to see what happens in regards to these deals. Crystal Palace could beat us. Look, we've won 5 of our last 6 games, or 4 of our last 5 games, can't remember. We're actually in decent amount of form. It doesn't feel like that because we were so shite in the Brighton game. And we've been so, even the Southampton game, we were pretty shite. But yeah, just get Dorgu in, get a left hand in. We need Rashford and Barcelona to hurry up because I'm fed up with this dragging on. I knew Marcus Rashford was going to go down to deadline day. I absolutely knew it. Also, interesting story coming in that United's under-18s will play Fulham or Arsenal in the next round of the FA Youth Cup. If they beat Chelsea in the quarterfinals, they'll play either Fulham or Arsenal in the semi-finals. And we've got, Ibrahimov, Obi Martin, all playing in the Youth Cup. So that will be an interesting game to watch. Man United versus Chelsea in the Youth Cup as well, to keep an eye on as well. But Rashford staying wouldn't be good for Amrin. Amrin's made it clear he doesn't want him here. Yeah. We need this Rashford to Barcelona stuff to hurry up as well. We've waited until the very end of the window to get it done already. I feel like it wouldn't be Man United without them dragging everything on to the very end of the window. That's the one thing that annoys me about this club is how everything you have months to prepare for the January window. You know what you want in December. Why are you taking it all the way until the end of January? Why can't you have got Dorgu 7th of January? Why couldn't he be playing the last few games? Why is this Rashford situation taking so long? I think if Rashford had actually agreed to join the other clubs, it wouldn't take so long, and I think that's more on Rashford than United. But I hate the fact that we drag it on, because I want a left wing back to play against Crystal Palace, because they're not a bad side. Won 3 games on the bounce. I think we've got a couple of clean sheets as well in those games. Agate Fresh just didn't play yesterday, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do, says Josh. And I agree, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see what we can do. And yeah, but listen, people, I don't want to be live for ages. I just wanted to do a short live to just update you on what is going on inside the club, the Quenda news, the other stories and that. And then, but it's more of the same. We're waiting for Rashford. He wants Barcelona. Something could happen with Garnacho, but we don't know for sure. I think we want to keep Garnacho. I think Amman wants to keep Garnacho. Malacia set to go out on loan. Heaven's medical's done. Dorgu deal is still being delayed, which is frustrating. Quenda reported to be joining United in the summer, according to Portuguese sources. And then we've got stories of Tel. Could it happen? Could it not happen? Because Daniel Levy is now working on a deal. Who knows? There's a lot to keep updated on. I will be doing a video tonight rounding up all the news, or a live stream, depends on what the news is. So there'll be another upload tonight to keep you updated. But big up everyone for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Bye.